From the narrow alleyways of Cairo to the big, broad boulevards of the German capital, Berlin's rich history, culture, creative energy, and nightlife have made it one of Europe's most visited destinations. But that popularity means an extra burden on the environment. Behind the bars, the city is quietly working to minimize the impact of tourism.
It's a highlight for many visitors to Berlin, exploring the city by boat. But the solar Suncat is a little special. With zero emissions, it glides silently along the River Spree, powered only by the sun. Boat owner Louisa Ahrens first had the idea in 2010, when looking for an alternative to the large diesel-powered vessels. She says they consume up to 40 litres of fuel per hour.
Solar-powered boats don't damage the shoreline, they don't smell, they're silent, so I didn't get why they weren't being used.
Features like these make Berlin one of the most sustainable tourist destinations worldwide. More on that later. First, a group of US students from Massachusetts is exploring the trendy district of Kreuzberg. The Querstadt-Ein Association offers city tours featuring personal stories on themes like homelessness or migration driven by climate change. City guide Mohammed Lamin Jadama was born in Gambia. He's lived in Berlin for over 10 years. In his homeland, he saw fishermen returning home with ever smaller catches and farmers harvesting less and less due to droughts. Now in Berlin, he's observed a very different way of life.
I was kind of surprised in a sense of overconsumption, and all these waste mostly end up in my country or where I come from. And to get rid of those waste materials, people just burn them or throw them into the river.
The German capital is home to just under 4 million people. In 2025, nearly 30 million overnight stays were booked in guest accommodation across the city. So that's quite an influx of people. Despite the crowds, Berlin has moved up to 4th place in the Global Destination Sustainability Index for metropolises and megacities.
GDSI is a ranking system created by an association of international travel destinations. The association has set a goal to make its locations sustainable in terms of tourism and event management. So it basically measures the sustainability performance of a destination.
By measuring how sustainable the hotels are, for example. This one scores well. The Vienna House in East Berlin offers charging stations for electric vehicles and has its own repair workshop. Admin is largely digital, which saves paper. There's a beekeeper who keeps bees in the inner courtyard. They supply the honey for the hotel's breakfast buffet. Leftover buffet food is sold at a low price via an app to avoid food waste. Visitors looking for a place to stay in Berlin can search specifically for eco-hotels or other sustainable accommodations. 10 kilometers south of the hotel lies Tempelhofer Feld, a former inner-city airport. The last plane took off from here in 2008. The 300-hectare complex was then opened for Berliners and tourists. Some new residents have also moved in. Planes have given way to sheep. Around 100 animals graze the area to protect the skylark, a rare bird that only breeds on the ground. Lawn mowers would destroy their nests. Sheep now graze in several of Berlin's parks. They've become a tourist attraction in their own right. But it's not all idyllic. Litter is a problem throughout the city. Every year, 45,000 tons of waste end up on the streets of Berlin. Discarded coffee cups are especially plentiful.
A long-term study by Berlin's Humboldt University found that people feel that litter from single-use products is the biggest blot on the landscape in major German cities. even more than dog poop, and 40% of the garbage in public trash cans is single-use packaging.
Pilot projects are addressing the coffee cup issue with deposit machines. If users return the cups, they get money back. However, the machines are still few and far between. The US students are also getting the message that more needs to be done. The tour has got many of them thinking. In their conversations with tour guide Mohammed, many are starting to see the bigger picture.
It makes you almost feel a little guilty, and I think it makes you feel more conscious of your lifestyle. And before you buy something, before you throw something away, to always be more careful, to understand that it does have effects on people around the world.
Not something passengers on board the boat appear to have thought of. Most of them told us that their choice of a solar-powered boat was just a coincidence. It seems sustainability is becoming something many people take for granted. The fleet now has 3 solar boats. All of them are fully booked during the summer season.